Alright guys, I'm back with another products review. This is, in particular product is focused on printer ink from Office World. So this is a company that does a lot of business on Amazon. They also have a standalone website. It's Office World. You can find it on Amazon. I think it's officeworld.com if you want to look for it. Here you'll see my printer is a Canon pixma mx922. It's about 7 years old, so it's not anything new. So this first test is just to show you one. I use only black ink day to day in the printer just to save some money. But if you really don't need to anymore, because you can now get this ink in these recycled packets from Office World for about 11 bucks for a full set of color and a full set of black ink. And normally you're talking about 50 to 70 bucks minimum at any other store to get this done. So right there you saw this test papers. That was just straight black ink. I've only had one issue with this in this printer. It bled a little bit, like the first 3 or 4 pages I printed out with just black. That was it. After that, it printed out just fine, and for the savings of upwards of, I want to say, probably close to 90% when you break it all down, I'm going to take it. They also sell single colors. Like if you want just a bunch of black ink cartridges for the model printer I have, you can just get a bunch of black ink cartridges for like 20 bucks, and that'll last you almost a year. So you're talking about a huge level of savings going with these recycled packets. So these are, if you look at them, they're clear as opposed to the ones that come out of the printer, which you'll see in just a moment, which are actually not clear. They're very dark. You can't really see into them, so you can't tell how much ink is actually left unless you just go by the sensors. And I've actually had these colored printer cartridges in here for over a year empty. I just haven't used them because it's just not worth it, and finding the color printer ink, even cheap, was difficult. So you see the black's low there, the cayenne's empty, the yellow's empty, the red's empty, all that stuff's gone, or magenta's empty. It's just gone. So you'll be seeing me opening these things up and just showing you how they go in there. Obviously every printer is different, but this company sells all kinds of other printer models. So if you don't have a Canon pixma mx922 and you have some, like a Kodak or a Brother or any other brand, they're going to have that for you. And what I assume is that they get these OEM printer cartridges and then they just fill them up with their ink, because ink really, when you break it down, isn't that expensive. It's just a huge markup, and the biggest issue you're going to have is, well, does it print very well? So in a few minutes you're actually going to see me print out some color onto high quality satin photo paper, just to kind of give an idea of what it looks like. Again, keep in mind this printer is 7+ years old. I think it was actually it was a late model printer, so it was really on a deep discount at Best Buy when I bought it over 7 years ago. So it's an older printer. It will print photos, but not nearly as well as modern printers have in the recent past. So keep that in mind. So if you want to skip ahead to about 3 minutes and 50 seconds, you will find that that is my demonstration at printing in color. And if that's what you care about, go ahead and skip to about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And here's the big one. This is where you really get your money's worth, is the color ink, because it's just so stupidly expensive to buy new. I actually priced it out while in between narrating this thing. It's close to $100 when you really break it down to get everything plus tax plus the expense of it. Even if you go to Walmart, it's just stupidly expensive. So here you see a picture of my son feeding a flamingo, and boom, it works great. There are some lines in the printing, but that's really more because it's an inkjet printer and it's old, so it's not photo quality. But it definitely prints out just fine for what it needs to be. And also I had the camera, like the light's almost off, so the camera looks terrible. So my apologies for that in advance. But guys, that's about it. It's a great product. It's well worth the money, and they're all discounted. I mean, obviously there are some printer models where it's going to cost a little more just to get the material. But for my printer, you're talking about an older printer that the ink is normally stupidly expensive. You're talking about a savings of 90%, even on Amazon with Prime shipping. So it's a great deal. So if this video is helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and have a great day, guys. If you found this one helpful, you might want to watch some other videos. I review just about everything, household appliances, firearms, anything I come by, so check them out.